I just kind of keep collecting things as I go. I mean, I see stuff that reminds me of him all the time. Punch ball balloons, you blow them up and bam, bam, bam. And these are gonna drive me crazy, but he loves them. This is a fart machine. Farts up to 50 feet away. I'm just thinking of the awesome pranks that we could do. And then this is a splat ball eyeball. You know, he's a 9-year-old boy, so like the more disgusting things are, the better. My favorite thing in the world is when I hear my son laugh. So, you know, these I think will give me one of those reactions.
And because of the sunscreen having wet, it made the sunscreen slippier.
Oh man, that sounds like a lot of fun. So how deep is the water right underneath?
It's 8 feet.
8 feet, ooh. So you can like, being a parent and this sport, getting ready, the job, the willingness to prepare, those are the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I have 10 seconds and I get to turn off this treadmill and just talk to you and not have to walk and talk to you.
Yeah,
I do this for him, but he's like, if you were doing something for me, why aren't you here, you know? And, oh, okay, well, have fun in the bathroom. Hope everything comes out all right. I love you dearly.
I love you too.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
Okay, good. Love you, baby. I realized the sacrifice my son had to make by having a mom that's all stressed out and constantly tired. I can't wait for the fight to be over so I can go grab him up and be like, I'm here. But there's somebody training right now to hurt me. There's somebody that their entire focus right now is how they're gonna beat me up. And I can't take my mind off of that.
Ronda Rousey will have her toughest challenge in the cage. She will face the #1 contender in Colorado's own Cat Zingano. And as Raul Martinez will tell you, Rousey better watch out.
Let's go.
It's the biggest fight of Cat Zingano's life. The graduate of Fairview High School will go head-to-head with the champ, Ronda Rousey, in a pay-per-view main event with her husband and coach, Mauricio Zingano, getting her ready for a shot at a title.
Since I had won against Misha, Mauricio is in a great mood.
Say something cute.
Taco, taco, burritos.
You're so cute.
Everyone was excited.
Okay, but if you said one-on-one.
I was doing interviews, hyping the fight, and training super hard. One day, I start my conditioning, and I was only a few minutes in. There's like these 10-inch hurdles. It was very standard, very collected jump squats. One time I just jump and it sounded like a plastic bottle being twisted. The only thing I could think of is like my title shot.
So as most of you must know by now, I hurt my knee. I tore my ACL, I sprained and tore my meniscus, and I sprained my MCL.
You know, we were both having a really hard time with like this vision that we had and these plans that we had made that had now come to a halt. I was afraid that this was going to be the catalyst for us to not be as good. That coach side of him was work harder, push through it. And both of us knew there's nothing you could do to work harder and push through a brand new, fresh knee surgery.
This is Deb Shepard doing a combination reading on January 6, 2014. Normally it will validate what you already feel. It's more giving you that guidance and that clarity and tools. Make sense?
Yeah.
Love was never the problem. Love was never the issue. We adored each other.
Look at him. I love him.
Me and Mauricio were having some boundary issues because he's my coach and he's also my husband. And we didn't have the answers for what to do when I'm crying. Okay, well, your coach is supposed to like tell you to toughen up. Well, your husband is supposed to give you a hug and tell you you're beautiful.
One of the things I want to know is what should I do?
Tell me, first of all, why the marriage isn't working?
We'd always had training and fighting and all of that in common to at least fall back on and bond over, even if things were horrible. And now, like, everything was screwed up.
We just had a lot of different ways of going about things. You know, we worked together and we butted heads with that. And she's a fighter as well. And
so you both don't know how to surrender.
I knew the knee injury was bad, but I didn't expect for him to change into a completely different person.
Like I said, I made some stupid choices, and
you want to share on the choices?
I just went through a period where I was doing a lot of drugs because I was going through a lot of things and I just could not function.
Mauricio decided to tell me and explain that the reason things had gotten so much worse is because every night after I would go to sleep, he was shooting Oxycontins in the bathroom.
What does that mean?
My painkillers. I couldn't talk. I had nothing to say. I was just looking at him and like all of these questions going through my mind of like when and how and it all hit me and I'm livid that you were supposed to be taking care of Braden. And you're supposed to be taking care of your son.
What are you thinking, my friend?
I just don't know how to do all this, how to, you know, I don't want to lose her, but I feel like she's gone, you know.
I'd never put my foot down with him. I'd never told him what to do. I did the only thing that I thought was right, which was pull away from him.
I love you, Mama. I miss you so much. Please be well, okay? Think about me.
One day, I asked him if he wanted to meet up and go do something fun. And he said we would meet at the mall. So me and Braden went, and we were there at 5, and 6 and 7 rolled around, and he never showed up.
Hey, Mauricio, it's Cat. It's 5:50. You're supposed to meet Braden at the mall at 5 o'clock, and we're in the play place waiting. Don't know where you're at. Don't know what you want me to tell him, but hope you're all right.
Braden was really upset. He was like, "Where's Daddy? You know, did you think you forgot?" And Mauricio had never forgotten, never not showed up. So I was like, "I'm sure there's a good explanation. I'll find out, Braden. Don't worry." I got in the car and I drove over to the house, and it was hard to catch my breath coming around this corner because I pull up and I see all these cop cars, but none of them have their lights on. I just see these 2 guys like carrying all of this stuff out of the house. And I was like, "Hey, what is that?" And they look at me and they look at each other and they look at me and they don't say anything. I'm walking closer and I'm like getting more and more mad, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" And they're like, "Cat, it's Mauricio. He killed himself." All I could think of was, what the fuck? Like I screamed it 100 times. I didn't even realize I was still screaming it when I realized I was screaming it, like, because nothing, it just didn't make sense, and like, why? And I thought something else must have happened. Like, there's no way, there was no reason. I just wanted to talk to him so bad, like, so much of me wanted to be like, "You know I love you, right?" Like I swear I screamed, "What the fuck?" like 10 times a day.